Okay, so we are recording. Say hello, everybody. Hello. Thursday night, Friday Junior. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do the header. Thanks. Wow. Oh, so that's just so you guys can see. So let me zoom in here too and give you a little bit something better to see, easier to see here. Okay. So I'm just starting from scratch here. So what's the first thing I got to do? Shout it out. Go to Bootstrap, get started, click on get started. Go to the Bootstrap CDN and copy the link to the style sheet. Bam. All right. So that's set. So now I have the style set for my sheet here, and I'm just going to go to split mode. So now what's the next thing I got to do? What tag do I have to drop in here?
Div.
Thank you. With what class?
Column.
Nope.
Something.
Nope.
Container.
Thank you. Container. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this whole page in this div container. So let's go look real quick. I've got the PDF downloaded. I had the foresight to download the assets here. And if I go in here and I got the design, what we're going to try to make is this head image right here across the top. And I know that there's already an image there, but I don't want to use that. I want to make my own. So let me zoom out. So what do I need? So this is my guess, and I mean, should I just like single somebody out? I can't step away from the microphone, so should I just single somebody out and make them try to guess how they would make this? I'm gonna say no, for the sake of not the non-humiliation clause that I signed at the end of the beginning of the semester. What I want to do is this section right here, and so I'm thinking I'm going to lay it out as a grid. So it's going to have to be a nested grid, right? Or at least two images stacked in the grid. So if I go image or grid cells here, grid cells here, grid cells here. The problem that I have with that is this stretching this across the top here, right? Is this big lolcats. So maybe I won't use a grid. Maybe I'll just try to make it myself. And I'm going to do it. Basically, it'd be the same thing, right? It's going to be, I have a div here, and I'll say float left, and I'll have a big div here, and then, I'll have an image here. I'm just thinking that the grid system's going to work easier. So then, to get this giant chunk of text to work, what I'll have to do is, I'm thinking, drop it down here, down below, and then just use relative position to push it up. That's really ugly. I don't think that that's the best way to do it. Julia, what do you think? Did you do it with Bootstrap, or did you just do an image, or? So you did a div with positioning, you said? Okay. So, and did you position everything or just the text? Do you remember? Just the text? Okay. All right, well, let's try that. Let's take a look at this. So first of all, what's this text? What's this font here? Designers.
Impact.
Thank you. I don't know if it's impact. It looks like it's impact. It looks like it's stretched a little too. But so what I'm going to do is let's do it with Bootstrap. I'm going to say I'm going to make a div. I'm going to give it a class of row. And I'm going to close the row and then I'm going to say, let's make a column. And I'm going to make it medium. And what do I need to do? I guess that's like a, if we go back to that other, how big should that column be? If this is like a, maybe like a 3, remember I get 12 columns. So this is going to be like an 8, and a 2 would be 12. It doesn't seem right, but it's got to work out evenly.
2, 8, 2.
Thanks to 2, 8, 2. Let's do it.
Does it have to be full numbers? You can't do like.
No, yeah, right. I don't think you can do percentages or yeah, decimals. It's going to be floats. So I'm just going to say left image. And did I just close it? No. Close it. 2, 8, 2. All right. Should we go out and just steal some images off the internet? Well, I've got assets here, right? I've got this folder. There should be cat images in there. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, so there's the banner. Yeah, these are all memes. I don't want memes. Yes, I know I'm doing copyright infringement. Let's drop it into documents. Oops. Okay, so there's one. Ah. These are all thumbnails, of course, right? So they're going to be really small. But for the sake of time.
When you save them, they're JFI format.
Oh, JPEGs. That's interesting. Still a valid format, but could be a little.
Well, they save as JFIF on my computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many do I need? 5, right? Okay. So what do you think? Should we just do an image tag and just drop it in there and see what happens? Sure, Jeff. Let's roll with that. I do have to set a size, though, right? Okay. I'm just going to stack these 2 images. So we'll do that. 2. Put that in the middle. So you see what I'm naming this large head image? I'm just giving it a class for the, so I can set some sizes and stuff. I don't, know if that'll work or not, but okay. And then I'm going to take these two images and I'm going to copy them into this one. And we'll call it 4 and 5. All right, so what does that get us? It gets us some mess, right? Because I didn't do any constraints on the images, right? So I just kind of threw the images in those boxes and they kind of just fell where they wanted. The good news is this, is these two side images are stacking nicely, right? So basically I gotta make this one bigger and fit, and I gotta constrain those to fit in there. So realistically, I need to do what I did on Exxon Valdez, right? I need to actually make its own div, put those images in as a background and say cover. And when I say cover, it'll just fill that box perfectly and I'll be set. And then I can actually lock the height of my box too, my header box too. So let's do it. I know it's a lot more work, but it'll pay off in the end, right? I mean, you know, we are getting 100 grand for this website, so figure let's why skimp. So I'm going to call this, small dot small head image. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to give it a subclass. Let me zoom in here and let's show you this. So what I'm doing here is I'm giving it a main class of small head image. I'm also giving it a class of image 1. And so that way I can say, look for image 1, just put a background in there of this source. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this now and make it a div. Do you follow what I'm doing? Yeah? No? Okay. So now I can just copy this and say, all right, boom. Okay, I got a broken. It's like I'm missing a div.
Line 18, I think.
Oh, right, because I had a okay, so it says that it's done, but all right, let's just dump them. See, this is the problem with starting to make some changes and starting tweaking it and all of that, as I'm sure you guys have suffered through as well, right? What do we do? Apply source formatting. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so all of these have a similar class, so I should be able to just define the size of that box once for the smaller boxes, then define the size of the big box, and then set the backgrounds using this tag right here, this image tag. So, so I have small heading, and that is going to be, I don't know, height is going to be, I'll call it 100 pixels just for fun. And do I need to do anything else? I don't think so. So what about the large image? What's the height on that? Come on. It's not, that one's not a rhetorical question.
200.
Thanks for swinging by. What should I make the large image size? Just come up with a number.
10.
200, you said? Perfect. Good job.
Thank you. Just came to the
No problem.
Sorry for interrupting.
What is small heading?
So small head image and large head image, those are,
So the large one's just twice as big as this one.
yeah, see? So this image right here is my small, and this is my large. The height is obviously is twice the height of that. So this is 100 pixels. This is 200 pixels. It's probably going to be more like 300, but who cares? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drop the image, this image here as a background image for that div, for each of those divs. So
In the Photoshop file, they're 86 pixels high for the small ones, if you care.
okay, well I'm going to leave it at 100 then. That may be too much. So I mean, this is the other thing is look at the CSUMB website. How much space, how much real estate does that main hero picture take up? A ton, right? Takes up 3/4 of the page. I don't like that. I don't like brand. Look, it's all about brand. I'd like to get some information in there sometime too. So, so now I'm going to go .img image 1. Close it. I'm going to say background dash image is, I'm going to browse for it. Look at that. Easy peasy. Oops, sorry, that was image 1. Oh, and what do I got to do? I got to cover it now, right? What is it, background repeat? No. Help me out, T. What's the tag I want to use to fill this? What do we do for Exxon Valdez?
It's in the background image.
I did background image, but I need to cover that.
Is it background position?
That sounds right. There we go. Origin background position? No. I didn't.
Background size. Background size set to cover.
Cover. Okay. How come it didn't update? Oh well. Nope. And so then all I do here is go image 1, image 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it is working. Check it out. What I've got here is some padding issue though, right? So I'll have to turn that off. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, we're close. We're real close. So I just got to get rid of this extra little margin on the sides and I'm good. And so what is that? That's in my, I think that's in my Bootstrap because Bootstrap is going to naturally give me some padding. So let's fix it. Okay. And then do the other one. Actually, I'll just do this. Comma call dash medium dash 8 and save it. Didn't fix it. Is there something I missed? Oh, dot, moron. Whew. Whoa. Yeah. This is starting to work. First try. Who's going to see the Lego Batman movie? I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
The Lego Batman movie? No? My heading is really small and narrow and wide. I mean, is narrow and wide. This to me feels like about the right proportions for. I mean, you guys are the designers, but you know, does this feel like a good proportion for the header? This image is a little messy, isn't it? But maybe we can find another image that's better. Okay, what's next? Let's move on. So this is the end. Okay, so what am I supposed to be saying here? Lolcats rescue. Okay, it's there. Let's wrap it in a div. Give it a class. Call it headline. Close it. Okay, so there it is. Let's start throwing some styles at it. What do I want to do? First of all, I'm gonna put a border on it because I want to see where it lays. Okay, so it fills the page. It goes all the way across. That's a good thing, right? So let's do text align and let's center it. That's easy. Let's make it big. What do you think? 90 pixels enough? You guys are like, I'm not saying a thing. Jeff's on a roll. Okay, we'll call it 90 pixels. Color white. I'm just going to set it at white for now. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to set it to... Yeah, I'll set it to white. No, I'll set it to gray. Just so I can see it. And then what I was thinking was to use the position relative tag and then just say top and go like minus 100, or more. All right, so I'm going to stop there because I want you guys to figure to do the rest of this. I really just like this was a total gimme. I just totally gave this to you. This actually should be. I'm going to make this 150, and I'm going to make this 300, and then I'm going to back this thing up 300. Okay, so what's the $64 question is what happens when we try to put this in a browser and oops. All right, so let me zoom out. Okay, so that's a problem, right? I think I'm going to let it slide. But I don't want this to respond. What I would do, and what I would probably do if I were writing this site, like for the 100 grand, I would when I would set a media query. So when it gets narrow like that and it breaks, I just swap the whole thing out. I would just hide that whole div, or wrap the whole header in a div, and then make it go away, and then put my own cutesy mobile style in there for a mobile site. Does that sound like a good idea, T? Is that what
I
you?
would just use that middle picture.
Right. Just strip out the other two sides. That's a great idea. Yeah. So do you hear what T said? just lose these two images and then make this the mobile side of it. How would you do that? Somebody other than T. Shay. How would you make that? How would you make those two images disappear on the side? Those four images. I just feel like I'm asking rhetorical questions all the time, and I'm like, I want to just throw it out there. You guys are like, Jeff, you have no idea. We're all lost. Display none, right? Just say display none. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Say goodbye, everybody.